उपज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter and verse number, second chapter and verse number, I think 26, 25 we discussed yesterday. Avyaktvayam achintvyam avikarivayam uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanusochitum arhasi. So yes, further Lord Krishna explains the characteristics of the soul, that it is avyakta, not manifested to material senses. Achintya, inconceivable, is working, is functioning, and potential is inconceivable. How the soul is so wonderfully acting. This cannot be conceived within human brain. Avikaryo, but it has no transformation. It does not undergo any kind of transformation. Avikarya, unchangeable. I am Uchate. Tasmad evam viditvanam. Thus knowing yourself to be like this, because you are a spirit soul, and all those who are standing here, they are also spirit soul. So thus knowing them to be like this, Nanu Sochitu Marasi, O Arjuna, when you are on the path of executing your duties, you should not lament for this. Similarly, when uh, we are determined to follow the path for the deliverance of ourselves, the soul, from this material existence, so we should not be bothered much for the this changes of the soul, because the soul doesn't change. So material things, material circumstances may come and go, but that should not hamper our performance of devotional service to Krishna. One should be fixed up in this knowledge. Sometimes it happens. Our health goes down. Sometimes we gain our health. Sometimes there is profit. Sometimes there is loss. Sometimes everyone will support us. Sometimes nobody will support us. Uh, Sometimes we will achieve success in material life. Sometimes we'll become fail in material life. So all these circumstances, success, failure, uh, good health, bad health, and name, fame, or defamation, or profit loss, happiness, distress, comfort, discomfort, all these things may may come and go according to our previous karma. This is going to happen. But all these things, all these changes can only occur within the material domain, not in the spiritual domain. That means none of these things can actually impact our spirit soul or the activities of the soul, which is devotional service. All these things cannot have any impact. So, thus, knowing in this way, a devotee who is fixed up in this transcendental knowledge, that the soul, which is transcendental, spiritual, and the activities of the soul, which is devotional service to the Supreme Lord, all these two, Bhakti, and Bhagavan, these three things are the eternal truth. Srila Bhakti Thakur explains. So, thus knowing, one should remain undisturbed in the execution of his devotional service. At the best, at the most, what will happen? Materially, what the best or the what worst can happen? What best can happen in material life and what worst can happen in material life? The best of the things which can happen in material life is that one can become Lord Brahma, the greatest living entity, the greatest controller within this universe. That is the only best thing one can become, who lives for many, many trillions and trillions of years, being a supreme controller within this universe. But still, that is of no use because that is also his entire lifetime, that best duration of time for a living entity as Lord Brahma, also remains just for the breathing period of Lord Mahavishnu. So, what is the use? So, intelligent person, a devotee knows, even if I get the best of the material situation in this material world by becoming Lord Brahma or Lord Indra, Brahma is greater than Lord Indra. Lord Indra, in one day of Brahma, there are 14 Indras. One day, in one day Brahma, 12 hours of Brahma, 14 Indras, they come and go away. And what is the age of Lord Indra? That is also explained. One, one cycle of Satat, Dwapar, Treta, and Kali Yuga is 43 lakhs 20,000 years. And Indra lives for such 71 cycles. Now you can calculate. 43 lakhs 20,000 years multiplied by 71, how much it comes? Almost 30 crores years. So almost 30 crores years, that is the duration of Indra. For 30 crores of years, Indra remains the king of demigods. He enjoys all kinds of uh, Aishwarya, opulences, sense gratification, so many beautiful apsaras, and no restriction. No social restriction, no physical restriction, no restriction. He can enjoy unlimitedly. And then he can eat whatever he wants. And he can rule, he can show his prowess, everything. Uh, Physically, bodily, and all the facilities. Very powerful demigod. But still, even in this duration of period, he is always disturbed, anxious. Anxiety, constant anxiety goes on because of two reasons. One is sometimes these asuras, demons, they become very powerful. So Lord Indra becomes fearful that anytime demons may come and attack and take away our kingdom. And that has happened many times, multiple times. Uh, when the demons, they become very, very powerful. So they can even chastise the king of the demigod. And the king of the demigods cannot do anything. When Bali Maharaj attacked, so Indra, she became fearful. He thought, oh, my entire army of demigods, all demigods put together, they cannot defeat this Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj, uh, he was a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, coming in this demon's family, but actually he was a pure devotee. So Indra could understand, so he immediately went to Lord Vishnu and requested, my dear Lord, please save me. This is my duration of this. I have been appointed as Indra. So how can somebody else come and take my position? I should remain the king. I should be enjoying. Lord Vishnu said, that's all right. That is your quota, but I cannot do anything right now because Bali Maharaj, I cannot take up any incarnation to kill him because he has not offended any Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Rather, he has worshipped very nicely Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and by the blessings of those Vaishnavas and Brahmanas, he has acquired such great strength. Even I cannot go against the blessings of the Brahmanas. So let me think another way. Then Lord Vishnu said, okay, you go on. Right now, you don't worry. You go somewhere and sit down and chant my holy name, Hare Krishna. Bhajan karo abhi. I will come and through some means I will do something. So in this way, Indra got so much anxiety. And one time, Lord Indra, in order to protect his kingdom, he killed a Brahman. And for that sinful activity, he suffered. Then another time, whenever he sees some yogi or rishi muni, they perform severe austerities. Immediately he becomes alarmed. Oh, if he He's performing so much great austerities. He may take away my position as Indra. So immediately he sends so many allurements in order to make that rishi fall down from the path of devotion, and that is happening right now also. Huh. Now also those devotees mm, who have material desires also, but they are practicing rules regulation very strictly, especially those who are brahmacharis and sannyasis, because they are very strictly following the rules and regulation, but not yet fully purified. Within the heart, the material desire is there. So demigods know, because he is performing this austerity of sense control, but still his heart is not completely clean. So definitely, as soon as he leaves the body, he will take our position. He will become demigod. So they send all kinds of allurements in order to distract that devotee from the path of strict following the principles of brahmacharya and austerity principle. So, but that is another thing. So these things are there. Even the abodes of demigods, what to speak of earthly planets, this matsarata, envy, this anger, lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion. These all six anarthas are prominent in the heavenly planets also. So even if one becomes those of the demigods, and the greatest of the demigods is Lord Brahma, is still no use. Ultimately, one has to give up all these things. What to speak of acquiring some cheap position in this earthly planet for just for 30, 40 years? What is it? So the point is that even if the best of the best situation we get materially, that is also of no use to us. And even if we get the worst of the worst situation in this material world, at the best we can become Lord Brahma, and at the worst, what can happen? We can go to hell, or in our present life, at the worst, what can happen? This material body will die. So why to bother so much? If we have sincerely executed our Krishna consciousness, Krishna will give another suitable body to execute. So the point is, in the discharge of our devotional service to Krishna, which is our permanent asset, a devotee who is very nicely situated in this perfect transcendental knowledge, he doesn't get deviated, doesn't get bewildered by seeing the changes of material situations, material body. Just like uh, in the season, in winter season, right now it's winter season, January 31st, January 31st January. So north side, it's very much cold. So, but devotees who are situated in transcendental knowledge, still they get up early in the morning, they take bath, and they chant Hare Krishna, because they know this cold, it is not going to affect my health. It's simply just I have to tolerate it. That's all. Some uh, some difficulty in taking bath and getting up, uh, but this will not affect my health. I can still go and take bath and chant Hare Krishna. And then second level of determination is, even if my health goes down, no problem. I will take care. But I must get up early in the morning and utilize fully this Brahma Muhurta time. Otherwise, this loss is greater loss. This loss is greater loss than the loss of some material bodily discomfort. Some getting some material bodily discomfort is not that much loss as compared to this loss of Brahmurta time, when we can utilize it for chanting Hare Krishna. So that is the calculation of a devotee who is determined in this path. So Lord Krishna, that's why he said, he, Tasmat evam viditvena. One should be knowing very nicely. One should not get bewildered with changes of it. Of course, when some kind of changes are going on, situations of this material body, material world, so we should take care of, in order to balance the things, we can take care, we can use certain things, just like if health goes down, so one can take the medicine. And if somebody is student or doing job, so in order to balance his material spiritual life, he can take care of it. But never ever one should become bewildered to give up his devotional service to Krishna. So now Krishna, in this way, till verse number 25, she explained about the characteristics of the soul in order to convince us, so that no matter whatever happens to us materially, uh, we should never give up these activities of the spirit soul. That is most important. But now, this verse number 26, 27, 28, 2, 3 verses, Lord Krishna will take another point of view. If you think that you are not this soul, you are not the soul, you are body. Even if you think, Arjuna, that you are body, still you should not lament. Still you should fight. Why? This will be explained in this verse. अथ चैनम नित्य जातम नित्यम व मन्यसे मृतम तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नयनम शोचितुमर्हसि. Huh? If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament. Oh my dear. If you, my dear Arjuna, if you think that there is no soul and that one takes birth, this material body is all in all, and he is always be born and die forever. This is Buddhist philosophy. Actually, not exactly Buddhist philosophy, but this is materialistic philosophy. Materialistic people, they think that there is no soul. Buddhist also, although they are uh, atheist, a kind of atheist people, because they do not accept the personality of soul and personality of the Supreme Lord. That's why they are as good as atheist. But they do accept this existence of soul in another form. Uh, Means they do not accept the form of the soul. They accept nirvana. Nirvana means everything is put into nirvana. Samya. Samya Vasa. What is it called in English? Samya. Equilibrium. Equilibrium means shunya. Shunya, according to them, shunya is, it's not that nothing. Shunya means there is something which cannot be explained, which is beyond explanation, and which has no practical substance, and which has no individuality, no form. They do not accept the form or individuality or existence of separate entity. So, but uh, in another sense, this is as good as not believing the existence of the soul. But materialistic philosophy is this, that there is no soul, there is no God, only this matter is there, and through the combination of male and female, one gets the material body and lives for a certain period of time, and as soon as he dies, everything is finished. All the material elements again that it gets decomposes, it is decomposes and then merges in these 5 elements. So Krishna is taking that kind of perspective also. So even if you think that you are born and you are dying, you will die forever. Still, you have no reason to lament, oh mighty Amarjuna. Why? No reason to lament. That Krishna will explain in the next verse. Avyakta bhutani. Reason he will give. But he says, yeah, you have no reason to lament. Because if through chemical combination you have taken birth and your body is just a chemical composition. So who cares if this chemical composition made this body, which is made of just chemicals, ourself and everyone's self is just made of some chemical composition combination. So how does it matter that this particular combination of chemical product, if it remains for 10 years, 30 years, 50 years, 80 years, 100 years? What is the big difference? No matter. It doesn't matter. If certain chemical product combination lives only for 30 years or 50 years or 60 years and some certain lives for 100 years, so there is no difference because eventually everything is going to get dismantled. No personality, no feelings, then there will be no feeling, no personality. So that's why that's why thinking about the present welfare, you should just perform your duty in such a manner that at the present the things go the things should go on the right way. This is the philosophy of eat, drink, and be merry. And those persons who have this kind of philosophy, they think that there is no soul, no God, and as soon as this body is dead, everything is finished. Our existence is finished. So what they do, they try to extract as much happiness, as much material enjoyment through the senses as they can. This is their philosophy. Eat, drink, be merry means like this. Uh, so similarly, Arjuna, right now, these people, they have taken your kingdom unnecessary, and they have often offended you. So why you should be bothered so much about that? You these Dronacharya, Bhishma, and all those people, they will be killed. So there will be loss. No loss. You think about the present moment. At present, if you fight, you are gaining the kingdom. At present, if you fight and you kill some of these people, they are not killed. It's just a chemical bunch of chemical elements. So what is this killing? No killing. These chemical elements will again go and merge into the five elements, and again few will take birth. Every day, so many living entities are dying, and so many are taking birth. So what is the big deal? So a person who is living, who is going to die, and another person, he has taken birth. The body is the same material elements, body made of same material elements. So what is the loss? Suppose I have a phone, a mobile phone. So if somebody comes and says, "You give me this mobile phone, I will throw it, and I will give you the same new mobile phone." So will I become this depressed about this? No stress, because I know it is just a chemical product, no life, no soul. So why should I fear the loss of this mobile? Because I'm getting new mobile. So similarly, Krishna is telling, Krishna's point is this in this verse, that at the present, these people, they have taken your kingdom and they are standing against you. So you kill them. So many millions of people will be killed. You don't worry. So many millions of people will take birth again. And because everyone is just a bunch of chemicals, so what is the loss? And those to whom you are going to kill, so they are not going to get destroyed. They are bunch of chemicals, just only their chemicals are going to get separated. These chemicals are going to get separated, and these chemicals are going to merge into these five elements. And again, all those five elements will combine together and give birth to another chemical product. So there is no loss practically. So this is what this Lord Krishna is putting this argument in this particular verse, just to indicate that those who think like this, they are fool number one. So Krishna is giving this foolish philosophy in order to make us understand that this philosophy is actually foolish philosophy, because nobody will agree like this. The very fact that we want our relatives, friends to live with us forever, this proves that there is something beyond the body which is more attractive, which has more value than the body. Otherwise, if it is just a bunch of chemical, then you should not lament for the loss of a particular bunch of chemical if you are getting in exchange another bunch of chemical. So why should you lament? Uh, just like if a couple, a husband wife, a person got married, so immediately after married, after 2 3 years, he will get few children. Suppose he gets two children. So uh, and if his parents, has mother and father, they are attacked, and somebody says, "Oh, we are destroying this bunch of chemicals, and you have already got two bunches of chemical. So why you should lament?" So will he agree? No. How can you say like this? My parents, mother, father, they are individual persons, they are different, and my children, they are different. Uh, it's not that they are the same. So that means this philosophy is there to accept something beyond the body. The spirit soul is there. This is a accepted fact. Otherwise, one should not be lamenting over the loss of a certain kind of bunch of chemicals. If he is getting a new product, a new product, new bunch of chemicals. The old bunch of chemicals, known as old people, so they are disturbing, because so much medicine, so much expenses are going, and they are not able to live properly. So does this mean that one should just kill them? No. If one thinks that there is no soul, everything is just chemical, then why should you hesitate to destroy the old bunches of chemical? Huh? and get you have the facility, you get new bunches of chemical, new fresh. No, even when I'm speaking, some of you may be getting offended also. Just imagine. So this proves that we are not just this body. We are different from our existence, different for this from this body. We are a spirit soul, uh, with whom we get attached in this life. So Krishna is giving such kind of argument so that we can understand that the soul is there within the body, who is valuable, and we lament for the soul. But Arjuna, you are lamenting for the soul actually, but this lamentation, because of this ignorance, the Atma Buddhi, it's directed towards the body. So you should give up the lamentation in terms of body. Rather, you should lament for the soul, for your own soul and for their souls. So if you lament, if you think about the soul, welfare of the soul, then you will understand the best thing is that they should be killed in this battlefield. Their body should be killed so that they can get a good welfare. Yeah. They can be promoted to the higher destination of life. They can get new good bodies, or and the devotees like Bhishma and Dronachar, because they led their life very religiously. So as soon as they are killed in this battlefield, they are going back home, back to Godhead. So that is their welfare. So why should you lament then in fighting with them? So this is the argument Krishna is putting this. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, there is always a class of philosophers almost akin to the Buddhists who do not believe in the separate existence of the soul beyond the body. So they are philosophers like this. We'll, okay, so we'll read this purport tomorrow and discuss more about this. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Yes, any question? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You
Hare
give one
Krishna.
example of mobile phone that you will change your mobile phone for the new one. But I even get attached for the non-living develop attachment for the non-living things also. So what would be the reason behind that?
Oh, so, but I think if somebody has mobile phone or any material object which is old, and if you get the same material object, same mobile phone, which is new with all the features available or other updated features, so I don't think anybody will have any objection for this. He will happily accept. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Give me new one.
Uh, I didn't change my school bag from the last 5 years
Uh,
because my brother gifted me that. So
oh,
I
okay. That's a
develop
different thing.
attachment for that.
No, no, no.
And
This attachment
also,
is not for the
Prabhuji,
bag. So this attachment is not for the object, but the person who has given that object as gift to you. So those your attachment is for that person. Just like we are also attached to the objects used by pure devotees and the Supreme Lord as Mahaprasad. Just like I'm wearing this in my hand, you can see. So this is the last year I wore this. This is from God Nitai's dhoti. Gaurang Mahaprabhu, one is Gaurang Mahaprabhu, one is Nityanand Prabhu. So this cloth has no value, no value. But because it has been used by Shri Gaur Nityanand Prabhu, so it has great value for me. So in this way, so this is spiritual attachment. So object is we are not getting attached to object, but the feelings with the behind the object with somebody. So somebody has gifted you that bag, so you have attachment for that person. That's why you are attached to the bag. So it's not the attachment for the long non-living entities, but the attachment for the person itself. Again, the same thing. So this also proves that we get attached to the living beings, spirit soul, not to the body, material objects. Similarly, this body also, we are getting attached. Why? Because the soul is living. That's why we get attached. So that's why this is what the point Lord Krishna is making, that you are attached to the soul. So you should think and work for the welfare of the soul. Why you are misunderstanding that it to be body, and getting deviated for the protection of the body? No, your attachment is for the living entity. And living entity is the soul welfare is, if you fight in this battlefield and you kill them, they will get purified and they will get good, better standing, better, they will get elevated to the higher destination of life. This is what the point Lord Krishna is clear.
अ, प्रभु जी कुछ चीजें होती हैं जो मतलब बचपन से ही साथ होती हैं तो उनसे भी अटैचमेंट हो जाता है तो क्या वो मेमोरीज की वजह से होता है या फिर क्या होता है
कोई भी
मतलब एक
मटेरियल
पर्टिकुलर
ऑब्जेक्ट्स
चीज
है।
हमारे पास लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए रहती है तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसके लिए
हाँ,
अटैचमेंट हो
यस,
जाता है।
अटैचमेंट हो जाता है, तो दिस इज ऑल मटेरियल अटैचमेंट। मटेरियल अटैचमेंट है। So, but by developing spiritual knowledge, spiritual consciousness, one can become free from all material attachments.
हरे कृष्ण।
Okay. Hare Krishna.